Hello and welcome to Health, Homeopathy, and Me. I'm Raquel, and today I'm going to tell you about 6 different homeopathic remedies that you can take to help ease pain and speed healing after a trip to the dentist. I'll also tell you about 4 cell salts that you can take to strengthen your teeth and make them less apt to get cavities in the first place. And finally, I'm going to tell you about a different kind of dentistry you might not have heard of and why I think you should choose this type over your regular run-of-the-mill dentist. Of course, everything in this video is for educational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. If there's ever any doubt as to whether someone needs the help of a medical professional, be sure and contact that proper health professional. These are the things that my family uses and loves, and I wanted to share them with you. So, of course, the best way to avoid a bad trip to the dentist office is to make sure that you are doing everything you can proactively to help your teeth be strong and cavity-free so that all you have to do at the dentist is a cleaning. These are things like making sure you are eating a whole foods traditional diet that is rich in organ meats that are so full of nutrition, minerals, and vitamins that your body needs to build healthy, strong bones and teeth, and everything else for that matter. And even that you are soaking, sprouting, or fermenting your grains, legumes, and nuts to block the phytic acid, which is an anti-nutrient that blocks the absorption of minerals in your body. And also there is a special brushing method called the Bass method that is much more effective at disrupting bacterial colonies in your mouth than the normal circular motions. So, if you haven't heard of these things before or you just haven't looked into them, I would really encourage you to do so. They can really make a huge impact on your overall oral health and actually the health of your whole body. The best resources that I have to point you to are the book Cure Tooth Decay by Ramiel Nagel. That's a good place to get started. Also, the Weston A. Price Foundation.org has great information about a traditional whole foods based diet, why you want to do these things like eat organ meats and soak your grains and nuts. And then Oral Wellness is really great to learn about tooth care and that brushing method I was talking about. A homeopathic assist to proactively increasing your tooth health is to take 4 specific cell salts. There are 12 cell salts in total, and they're kind of like homeopathy's version of a mineral supplement, but 4 of them in particular are really great for your tooth health. Those are calc-fluor, calc-phos, mag-phos, and silica. These are usually almost always taken in a 6X, and they can be taken 5 days a week. Most people choose to take them during the weekdays and then take the weekends off. The reason you want to do this is so that you avoid proving them. And you can take these if you have weak teeth or you're working on remineralizing your teeth. They can be very helpful for that. Sometimes, however, due to things that happened before we ever knew any better or that are beyond our control, like genetics or injuries, we find ourselves needing to have some work done. And I have good news. There's homeopathy for that. But before we dig into the remedies, I wanted to make sure that you're sitting in the right dentist chair. There is a big difference between the way that a conventional dentist practices and a biomimetic dentist. Biomimetic means life mimicking, and they use less invasive techniques where they drill away less of the tooth. They use techniques to rebuild your teeth that more mimic the actual structure of your tooth, and they use less toxic substances in their in the materials that they're putting into your mouth. Some dentists will even offer blood tests to check for compatibility with different materials if you know you're sensitive to these sorts of things before they put them in your mouth. A biomimetic dentist can often save teeth from root canals and being pulled that a conventional dentist can't do it. They just don't have the skills to save those teeth. And who wouldn't want to avoid those procedures if they could? My dentist, Dr. Paul O'Malley, has a free e-course that he has set up that explains the difference between biomimetic dentistry and regular dentistry, and he has 18 videos in this e-course that he shows you different things and the differences in the technique. It's really awesome. I'll link to it below. And now the part that you've all been waiting for, the top 6 remedies to add to your remedy mix after a trip to the dentist. Now, of course, this isn't an exhaustive list. This is homeopathy after all. There's remedy upon remedy for everything. But these are the most commonly needed remedies by most people, and they'll get you off to a really good start. Number 1 is arnica. Arnica is great for any type of trauma or shock to the system, and a dentist drilling away at your teeth definitely counts. It can help with bruising, with pain, speeding healing, and controlling bleeding. Second is calendula. Calendula is great for any sort of abrasion or cut to surface tissues, your skin or your gums, and it can help heal those and help prevent any infection from setting in. Third is hypericum. Hypericum is essential for any time there is trauma to a nerve-rich area. Your teeth have huge nerves, and the hypericum will help them heal and recover from that trauma, and it will also help controlling the pain during that healing process. Number 4 is ledum. Ledum is indicated anytime there is a deep puncture wound, like from the needles injecting the local anesthetic. This isn't one I would add to the mix, but I would take 1 dry dose after the procedure, and I might consider adding it to the mix later if there were symptoms that showed that I needed it, like cold or blue swelling in the mouth, or bruising that came up despite using the arnica and needs a little help going away. Next is Staphylococcus aureus. Staphylococcus aureus is great anytime the body may have felt violated or assaulted, and it can really help soothe any stinging or smarting pain, and it can also help with any emotional sensitivity that might come up with that feeling of violation. And finally, number 6, chamomilla. Chamomilla is great for intense pain, and it is also helpful to antidote that local anesthetic. If you're ready for that numbness to be gone, the chamomilla can help it leave the body faster. So for outside-in situations like an injury or surgery or dentistry, things that are happening to you from the outside, it is okay to take multiple remedies at once. In fact, the best way to do it is to take your dosing and plussing bottle that you would have made your watery remedy with, fill it 2/3 of water, and drop 1 pellet of each of your selected remedies into it and take them all together like that. You bash it 10 times and you put a drop in your mouth. 1 drop equals 1 dose. As far as potency goes, it's okay to start with a 30C, but because dental work is pretty traumatic, you will probably find that you need a 200C very quickly, and it's okay just to start with the 200C. And dosing may actually have to be pretty frequent in the beginning, even 5 minutes apart as the pain goes. Just make sure you're paying attention to the law of the minimum dose, and you're dosing when you feel worse again. And just be aware that it can be really frequently, anywhere from 5 minutes to, longer, 5 hours, a day. Whenever the symptoms begin to return, you can take another dose. You'll probably find you need it very frequently in the beginning, and then it will space out, your need of it will space out as time goes on. So for my trips to the dentist, I would actually take arnica and hypericum before they even start, right before they start, because I know it's going to be traumatic right there, and I'd like to have that in my body. Afterwards, I will make a mix of calendula, arnica, hypericum, and Staphylococcus aureus. I'll hold off, and I'll take a dry dose of the ledum, but I won't add it to my remedy mix unless it seems like I need it. And same thing with the calendula, chamomilla. I won't take any of that unless it's the tingling is really getting on my nerves and I'm ready for it to be over with. And one final note, if you are on a constitutional remedy, be aware that the dentist drilling in your mouth may antidote it. So you might notice your symptoms starting to return, and you might need a dose sooner than you would have otherwise. All right, that is all I have for you today. 6 remedies to help you recover from a dentist visit. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel and click that alert button so that you get notifications every time I post, which is usually on Tuesdays. And if you have used homeopathy for your dental procedures or surgery or injuries, and you use an injury mix, I would love to hear about it. Let me know in the comments below. Let's chat about homeopathy. Alrighty, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon.